Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. So, as you can see, I've decided to go ahead and do a deck interview spread on my newest deck, which is the Druid Craft Hero, published by Red Wheel. This is the smaller box with a very small guidebook, so that's the whole box there. Still the same size cards, but if you guys have been following this story, the Druid Craft was never really a deck I wanted to buy. Then I had a couple dreams about it. Then I read, and I'm like, why? And I was contemplating getting it. Didn't want it still. Went to my local metaphysical shop a couple weeks ago. Told her about the dreams. And she's like, that's funny because the Druid Craft is the first deck I ever bought. It's the deck I learned tarot on. It's my favorite deck of all time. She said, but if you'd asked me yesterday, I could not tell you where it was. She said, but I walked into the store this morning and something told me to look in this one drawer, and there it sat. She goes, it felt like maybe my dreams and telling her was a reconfirmation that she needed to put this deck back up and work with it. So I let it go. I was like, yep, that's probably it. And then the last few days, it just like started stalking me again. And I'm like, okay, I need to buy this deck. So here we are. I'm doing a spread to find out exactly what this deck wants from me. It's a deck interview spread. It's the same one I always use on all my spreads. Got it on Pinterest. Looks like that. 5 questions. But before I do that, I want to show you guys these 3 cards here. Actually, can't get them all in the frame yet. So I randomly pulled 3 cards from this deck when I first got it. It said, tell me something. Tell me something why have you been drawn to me? Why do we need to work together? And I got the World card, the Star card, and the Lovers card, all majors. And all of them look like the same female. All blonde, all naked. And it hit me that I grew up I was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s and 90s, where the skinny you are, I mean, they still are like that in Hollywood now, but it's not as bad. But back in those days, the skinnier you were in Hollywood, the better parts you got, the longer hair, the better. Like, you were specifically gender typed into this, or cast typed, into roles. And, there was a lot of stigma on beauty and what it looks like and femininity and how feminine should you be. Girls don't cuss like sailors. Girls don't do this. Girls cross their legs and they're nice, sweet. And this spread here, and I've never been like that. I've always been a tomboy. I've gotten in trouble for being too crass at times. But this drawing of these 3 cards, seemingly at random, immediately screamed to me, embrace your feminine side. Embrace this femininity. And I found that quite beautiful. Embrace the nakedness. And there is that stigma that's been placed on me, especially, of being ashamed of your body, being ashamed of being naked or, whatever. And I found that quite beautiful that this is what came up. And it looks like the same person, the same background, and all of it. It's just, that was very interesting to me. So, I've been rambling for 5 minutes. Haven't even got into the cards yet. So here we go. Card 1, what brought you to me? And I got the 2 of Cups. And again, I feel this Oh my gosh, I see a balance of male and female, like the masculine and the feminine. Not two people in love. I see it as a balance between the male and female energy. So that's quite interesting that that's what came up here. So for card 2, how can we best work and collaborate together? The Fool, it's taking me on a journey. It's taking me on a new adventure. It's more adventurous, more outside of my comfort zone, this deck is. So that's interesting, because I have the Mary L, and there's a lot of nakedness in that as well. There's a lot of nakedness in this one. But I feel this is more subtle. So I think this is kind of like the deck to work with before you work with the Mary L, from what I'm seeing here. That's interesting. Card 3, the first impressions of me, which I'm always cringing. Oh, Queen of Cups. So I have been more emotional lately, but it's interesting that the Queen of Cups, which is like, to me, the person that is stable in their emotions. They've mastered their emotions. I find that interesting that that's what the deck sees in me, because I'm always striving for this, even though I don't. So that's quite interesting. It's almost like a mother hen figure. Interesting. So number 4, what kind of reading are you best suited for? 10 of Wands, the work, the burden, I just feel like this is a heavy 10 of Wands is carrying a heavy burden uphill, and I feel like though that's the same thing here. Is it's going to dig down deep and get what's bothering you, what that heavy load is. It's going to break that down. So that's very interesting. And then we got card 5. What kind of relationship can I expect with you? Ace of Swords. I get a mental one. Yeah, it's and then the water is with emotions. So I get it again, this connecting of head and heart. It's the beginning of a connection there. Interesting. So let's see what the book says. I'm not going to go over crazy detail on it. 2 of Cups. 2 of Swords. Swords. Why are they all swords there? Oh, because it's... Okay. 2 of Cups. Keywords. Love, healing, meeting of hearts, reconciliation. Meaning, the power and experience of love created blessings that result from the meeting of hearts, a romantic relationship, or any meeting of hearts, minds, and souls. The union of opposites or polarities, using the power of love to heal, to engender cooperation, or to effect reconciliation. And I found that word engender was interesting. Because to me, I'm seeing both genders here. I'm seeing a union of masculine and feminine energy that needs to be had, with a balance that needs to be struck of those two energies within oneself. So that's quite interesting. And then we have the Fool. It is the message: trust in your inner knowing. Life is an adventure, a journey of discovery to be enjoyed. Keywords: innocence, freedom, potential, trust, play, openness, courage, and optimism. Meaning, a journey of discovery, youthful optimism, a new beginning, confidence, faith, and courage as you face a new project or phase. Taking a risk and trying something new or unconventional. And that's what I said. This is a whole new ball game for me with this tarot deck. It's nothing like I have. So I found that quite interesting that that's come up again in this card. It's a new adventure we're beginning together, me and the stick. Or the stick and I. You can be serious about life, but enjoy it too. And I just got told that tonight. To gain wisdom, combine openness and optimism with an awareness of your inner divinity, trusting in the ultimate goodness of life. Wow. Interesting. Queen of Cups. First in here. Yep. And I find it interesting that there's 2 cups in here. Keywords: loving, maternal, intuitive. Meaning may signify your mother, a therapist, or a woman who inspires love in you and stirs the depths of your emotional nature. The profession of acting or the world of theater and film. Work in the field of relationship counseling and healing. Interesting. And what was that question for that one? I forgot to ask the reread. So that was the first impressions of me. And I can totally see that as me being a healer or intuitive or both, really, with that. And that's what this deck sees me as. That's quite interesting. So for number 4, 10 of Wands, the question was, what kind of reading are you best suited for? I gotta get a drink real quick. Keywords: demands, burdens, overwork. Carrying the weight of responsibility or obligation on your shoulders. The demands made upon you could result from initiatives that you set in motion impulsively. You may be too busy to relax and enjoy the results of your efforts. Uncomplaining acceptance of your perceived burden, delegation, reassessing priorities and values. And that's the kind of readings that this deck's best suited for. The burdens that we carry each day. Interesting. And then the number 5, what kind of relationship can I expect with you? We got the Ace of Swords. Keywords: clarity, success, clean break. Meaning the opportunity to cut yourself free from outdated or negative attachments. The beginning of a phase of productive intellectual work. Triumph in legal or academic fields or in literature or science. And I'm a writer. A clean break that heralds a new beginning. Interesting. So, quite interesting. And I don't know if I put those cards back in the deck or not. Did I move? No, they're over here. I'm going to read real quick. So that's the spread. That's quite interesting. I want to read real quick what these 3 say in the book. So the World says, the message: dancing, I am life, whole, I am one. Keywords: completion, fulfillment, success, abundance, achievement, ecstasy, union of inner and outer life. Meaning the dancer knows she is complete. Great success. I think it's a typo. The dancer knows she is complete. Great success. A sense of deep and satisfying fulfillment. A pleasing sense of completion combined with the joy of achievement and a feeling on top of the world. Serenity and commitment, the completion of a long phase of work, time to celebrate. A phase of spiritual and personal development may be finished. You can stop surviving stop striving and open up to the blessings of life all around you. Reverse meaning, keyword stasis, delay, restriction. The world reversed is the hanged man. You may find the completion of your work delayed, or that you have to go over some work again. You may simply feel stuck and unable to move forward, and that is how I've been feeling. Inevitably, movement and completion will follow restrictions and stasis. So inevitably, even if you feel stuck, you're going to move at some point and complete this cycle. Interesting. And we have the star, which is right here. The message, inner and outer are connected in perfect harmony. All you need to do is be. Intuition flows like a bright stream. Keywords, intuition, hope, optimism, healing, openness, calm, bright purposes, or bright prospects. Meaning confidence and tranquility. You may develop a calm, clear confidence in the future. If you're in need of healing, you may find it helpful to tune in regularly to the star's bright yet tranquil energy. Inner feelings of positive self-esteem, well-being, and vitality. Inspiration. You may be the recipient of much love at this time. Nakedness, simplicity, naturalness, freedom, and authenticity. And that is what I'm getting from all three of these. This authentic self, this naturalness. Keywords for negative: low self-esteem, loss of innocence, losing touch with intuition, waste. Reverse meaning, when the waters of life don't flow, we feel disconnected and our intuition or inner compass seems unable to get us back on track. Okay, so these seem to be, to me, speaking to me in all the negative aspects. A sense of losing or wasting energy, and I've been feeling that a lot. Remember that the waters of life are always there for you to heal, refresh, and inspire you. So these waters here, I could step into this card and practice stepping into the card and stepping into those healing waters to heal those negative thoughts and processes. So that's interesting. And then the Lovers. And to me, the Lovers was my card of the year 2 years ago. And I always see balance in that. The message, at every moment you have a choice. Love is at the heart of life. All creation is born out of love. Keywords, love, fulfillment, union, choice, surrender. Meaning, love requires surrender and surrender requires choice. In the past position, the card can indicate an excessive preoccupation with a past love. In the future position, it may signal that you will find a lover. The process of union, liberation, and ecstasy. At every moment in your waking life, you have choices, some simple, some profound. Though through engaging these dilemmas, you develop maturity and depth of soul. So, yeah, this seems to be all about maturing spiritually as well as mentally. These three cards seem to be about me developing spiritually. Negative keywords, weakness or misuse of will, loss of control, delay, failure, unmerited success. Meaning there is a danger of the personality becoming a mask. Wow. Yeah, these negative aspects are definitely what is hitting for me. A crisis may be necessary to turn it into a channel for the soul. Don't rely too strongly on your own willpower or force of personality to control the situation. True power lies in deepening our experience and understanding of the polarities of yielding and penetration. Delay or interruptions to travel. A project may fail or achieve unmerited success. Interesting. And I saw somebody else with a card recently. They talked about the Lover's card, how it's a choice. You're choosing to show up for this person every day. And when the Lovers card was my card of the year, it wasn't about me and my husband or me and someone else. It was about my relationship with me. And I'm still getting that with this card, even though it's two people clearly engaging in sex. I still get this, again, the duality that I got in the beginning of the spread I just did, of male and female, the balance there of that persona inside of you. So I find that very fascinating, very, very fascinating. But that is my deck interview with the Druid craft. I'm very interested. I'm curious still. I'm not at the point where I still want to use the deck, but I'm curious. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night. Bye.